Hi guys, welcome to Rootstem. Welcome to my dining room table. Apologies for anything like bins or towels in the background, but this is a 50 power level narrative campaign game. So thank you very much for joining us, guys. Yeah, we are, because I can't get it at the club, so I'm in my new house. I've managed to get a 6 foot by 4 foot gaming table for my dining room, and this is the result. And as you can hear, Will checking his dice in the background, making sure they roll consistent sixes. Yeah, we've got Orks versus Genestealer cult again. This is part of an ongoing campaign, so if you want to check some of those campaign missions out, go onto my website. That's rootstem.co.uk/the-bunker. I'll put it up on the screen. And that will give you all the details regarding our army list, but I'll also put some links in the actual video down below there. Well, plus my finger. Basically just detailing what the armies are, because we're not going to be going into too much detail, and what the mission we're going to be playing. But to be honest, it's a mission, I think it's sweep and clear from the Warhammer 40,000 rulebook. We're playing on a 4 foot by 4 foot table, hence the markings down the side. Basically so that we got room, because a standard, according to Workshop, the minimum table size for this game is way too small. It's not going to fit the models that we're actually using, especially since we're playing Genestealer cult versus Orks. Now, speaking of armies, let's just speak to Will, and he'll quickly tell us what he's got in his force. All right, we've got Will. Hi, Will.
Hello.
Hey, and he's brought his Orks. Now, there's no HQs. We are using combat patrols, but no HQs in this mission. There is some special rules which we'll go over, but just quickly tell us, what have you got infantry-wise in this, sir?
I've got the heavy support flash kits with 2 ammo runts.
Yep.
I've got 5 knobs with mega armour.
Yep.
All with claws.
Yeah.
And combi flamers.
Ooh, all got combi flamers as well.
I've got a squad of grots.
Yeah.
20 grots. I've got a squad of shooter boys, obviously with knob at the front and with combi scorcher.
Yep.
We've got this pain boy.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got a squad of 30 lads, again, with an noble at front and heavy weapon of
rocket launcher. Right, that's pretty good. It's a pretty infantry heavy unit. They are going to be going against this Genestealer cult force here. So no HQ, so it's going to be a little difficult to try and bring any psychic powers to bear, but we have a big blob squad of 20 Genestealers. We've got 2 units of hybrid neophytes, 2 with rock saws, 2 with rock drills. Both got a squad leader with bone sword and lash whip. We've also got a unit of adherents. I know a lot of people don't like them at the moment. We're using power levels, so it's not so bad. All got hammers and an improvised weapon. We've got a unit of 15 guys. These guys are not going to be included in my Crusade list. So they're just ad hoc for this particular game. They've got shotguns, 2 flamers, 2 seismic cannons. And then we've got 2 squads of Brood Brother heavy weapon teams. We've got a unit with 3 heavy bolters and a unit with 3 rocket launchers. Yes, no vehicles either side because of the mission. And on the mission, just so you guys know, there is going to be some special rules. So in this mission, we are playing as if it's on top of a slag heap. It's a mining town that the Orks, mining city that the Orks are actually invading. And this is, if anyone's actually ever looked at slag heaps, I'm from, not to narrow down my area, but I'm from a very popular South Yorkshire town that was once infamous for mining. So, you know, you've seen the stories, you've seen the pictures. Basically, there were just mounds of soil that even little villages ended up, you know, like little colonies, little buildings and all sorts, so ended up being on top of these mounds and stacks of soil.
Quite a lot of colliers in area as well.
Yeah. In fact, even nowadays, some of them have been stable enough to build houses on. So, but the idea is that the fighting has shifted some of the weight of this stack and making it a little bit more unstable. Because of that, if we do an advance move in this game, if the advance roll is a 1 or a 6, so either really good or really bad, the unit in question takes D3 mortal wounds. So it's a bit risky because they could fall through holes or slip off the sides or all sorts of stuff. So, breaking down some of the terrain, we have ruins mixed with craters. So basically that whole thing is a ruin, but it also has the difficult terrain, I think it's called, where you get a -2 for moving. So that's a ruin with -2. That is exactly the same on the opposite side. We've got some rocks, which we're going to be counting as just basically a +1 to your save if you're on. As long as you are wholly within that particular terrain piece, you get a +1 to your armour. This is a slag heap style hill, so if you go up the hill, sorry, I need to get my distance right. If you go up the hill, it's a -2 because, of course, of the loose ground and soil. If you go down the hill, there's no minus, you're fine. And these two little rock formations, if you're within an inch, we're going to count them as barricades. So if you're within an inch of them and someone's on that side firing across, it'll be a +1 to your saving throw.
Do we get an extra couple of inches if we brought sledges?
Not if you brought sledges, no. No, you're spending all your time concentrating as you sledge down. Will's quickly converting some little models to have sledges. He's now stopped. So again, this one up, -2, down, you're fine. And this bit here, normally denoted by the rough outline that we have, is going to be some form of like smokestack. So if you're on, or if you're having to fire through that, then it's a -1 to hit. We're going to count that as dense cover. And this, of course, is just rocks again. So if you're on it, then you're going to be getting the save. That's it. Like I said, we're playing on a 4 by 4 table simply because the minimum game's table size is not adequate enough for 2 armies such as these horde armies here, especially when they're 50 power, and 50 power is more like 1,000 points. So, we got 3 command points apiece because it is counted as a combat patrol. This is a combat patrol mission. So, let's get set up. Will is definitely going to be on that side. I'm going to be on this side. We're going to get the objectives and everything done, and we'll bring you in when it's time to roll for first turn.
Keep these two
right, we are deployed. So, as per usual Genestealer cult, I have 5 blips on the tabletop, and the Genestealers and this unit here with the shotguns are currently in reserve. So the Orks, we've got some knobs down here. The flash kits are hiding. It's pretty decent because it means it can move into the terrain and start shooting. We've got a mob of 30. That's kind of daisy chained as best you can. You've got a mob with the shooters in the middle, and then grots with a pain boy just to try and help out everybody as best as they can. So now we need to roll to see who gets first turn. Now the updated rules are that whoever gets first turn has to take first turn. Just remember that in the last turn of a game, you score your victory points at the end of your turn, not in your command phase. So, that's for the person that goes second. So sometimes going second might be important. I got a 6, he got a 2. I have to go first.
Beneficial.
Beneficial for you, sir, because I believe there's going to be a lot of stuff that you can probably hide. So I am going to be going first. Right, let's get some models on and we'll bring you into the first turn of shooting. Right then guys, so for advancing purposes, the guard here, these guys moved up. These guys have moved into the building so they can see out of it. They were there, they've advanced. I rolled a 1, had to re-roll to make sure I didn't get any falling down holes. Hopefully within that particular objective. Unfortunately, they are going to be in a position where they could possibly get shot, but it's one of them things of like, do I just risk it now? Or I could have tried to save it and maybe risk it later, I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. This unit moved across, I'll get my finger in there eventually, across there, and unfortunately for them, I rolled a 6, so one of their members has fallen down the shafts. Now, I'm going to spend a CP, and the adherents are going to go into reserve. They're suddenly going to start deciding, no, do you know what, we are going to infiltrate instead. That's one of the Genestealer stratagems. So at the end of the movement phase, as long as I'm not within 3 inches of any enemy model, which they're not because they're back here, I can put them in reserve, which is what I've done. So we're going to go with some heavy bolters. Heavy bolters now shooting into some orc knobs. They've moved, so I'm going to need 5s to hit, a bit like orc shooting. Not too bad. Not too bad, got about 3 of them there. Now, Orcs toughness 4 for knobs, aren't they yet? So, going to need 3s. Oh, we got 3 of them. It's a -1 for the heavy bolter, but it is now 2 damage. So that could be maybe a...
One of them, because I believe the 3 ones still, aren't they?
I believe so, so yes. So, you've got 3 saves of 3+ to do here, sir, because you've got a 2-up save with the mega armor. Nope, Get it down there. So one gets through, so that's 2 wounds on one of the models. And then we've got some las guns coming in. See if I can get rid of that last one with these las guns. Nothing with the las weapons. So one of them down to 1 wound remaining. So the rocket launcher team is targeting the shooter boys. They're the ones that's going to give me some possible heartache because I can't hit the flash kits at this moment in time. So we are going to open fire. So 3d6, minimum of 3 per dice because I'm firing frag. So that will be 3. I'll just turn it over because it's easier. So that's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 12 shots. 12 shots, needing 5. Oh, got some good hits. Got some good hits there. Just trying to, apologies for any camera shake.
After being hit, I'm going to play Grot Shields.
Okay, yep. Yep, by ranged weapons, he's playing Grot Shields. Now, let me roll to see if I can wound. I need 4s because Ork toughness is 4. I get 3 of them. So what do you do with Grot Shields now?
Roll some dice.
Roll some dice.
So basically...
So he just has to do his saves first. So go ahead with your saves, sir. Need some 6s. You got a 6. So one of the boys saves himself with his armour. The other 2 do grots dive in the way. Badoo! So unfortunately, all that posturing and I managed to kill 2 grots. Should have targeted the grots and just tried to wipe them out in the first place. God damn it! So at the end of my first turn of the game, we've done a wound to some of those guys and lost a few grots. The rest of them are trying to advance forward. They're going to pass their morale, so there's no point having that there. And we're now going to go into Orks turn 1. So movement-wise, these guys have moved forward. The flash kits, they've moved out. And of course, they're starting to engage. And then this lot here has just kind of used his ability, the fact that he's got 30 blocks. He's trying to block me off from any sort of reserve rolls. The boys with the shooters have moved up. The grots have moved forward. He lost one down a hole because, of course, he rolled a 1 for the advance, and the rest of the boys are coming forward.
Having a look at all and thinking that looks a long way. Get down there.
It was. He kicked down a grot. So we're going to go with these guys first. Go ahead, then, sir. 6 guys. He has advanced, so we are looking for 6s. So 1 hit, and he got a Daka. He's got it. He's got the 1 hit. So rolling to wound, you're going to need a 3.
No.
No. Ooh.
That was quite poo.
Quite poo. Next up.
I'm going to shoot with the grots.
He's going to shoot with the grots.
So,
we realised that the grots have advanced, or forgotten the grots have advanced, so they can't shoot. So we're firing the gits behind the, not flash gits, sorry, the boys. They've got a big shooter and 9 guys with shooters. So effectively 21 shots, needing 5s and 6s to hit these and 3s to wound them because it's all the same. So go ahead then, sir. Ooh, got a couple there, a couple of 6s. So basically just lets him re-roll a couple of dice.
Right, okay, so...
That 5 hits. Don't get rid of that 5. There's a 5 there, mate. That's a hit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And a couple of re-rolls. An extra 2 hits there. He needs 3s. So he's got 3 of them. Now these guys are in cover. So I am going to be getting a +1 to my saving throw. And they've all saved.
Wow.
That cover coming in handy. Ooh, right, okay. So the flash kits are opening fire. They are actually opening fire at the lads. He's played more Daka for 2 points. So any 5s and 6s are going to explode. -1 tick because he moved. Ready for the captain. Right, so let's get all your hits together. So after the ammo re-rolls, he's got 13 extra dice. So 1 more dice to that there, Will. Oh, yeah. So you'll just roll them over there, so we're not near thing. And again, needing 5s and 6s. Oh wow, I think I'm going to lose a squad here. So you need 2s to wound. This is going to be painful. Here we go. Few ones there, that's my only saving grace.
Literally
We'll
just
count
a few.
these up. So 17 wounds needed to save. We have got Cult of Cull the Horde, which I think we may have forgot to mention for our agendas. So it could be some points, if he decides to keep this unit in his force, coming his way. That's a lot of dead.
So flash kits
Right.
proving their worth.
Flash kits proving their worth for definite. Absolutely rinsed the squad from there. Full 10-man unit is destroyed. And we have got, like I said, we've got the Cull the Horde, so a good 10 have been allocated. I think that's going to be 2 VPs if he decides to keep that unit on in the campaign. Right, that's painful, that's hurtful, and that's harsh. So we are now going to go into Genestealer Cult, turn 2. So next up, so this is my movement. They've stayed still, sorry. They've stayed still. I've got my 10 points for being on the single objective. They've advanced round, possibly trying to charge into a horde. But then the Genestealers have turned up in the middle. They're looking at these tasty, tasty little Gretchen as a quick snack before the main event, because that's the only thing I can probably charge. He's done well to protect his flanks. I've managed to get those guys down there, but not much else. Now, we are within 9 inches of the flash kits, but only by the ammo runs. So it's like, if I start killing stuff, he may take off the ammo runs. So, yes. And then these lads, I've already started shooting. These have opened up and removed that last guy that had 1 wound left. So we haven't done as much damage as I thought it was going to do. So we are going to go on to these guys here. They are all within 6. So the shotguns are going to be strength 4. And the heavy seismic cannons, they're going to be on the short wave. So flash gates, I'm going to fire the flamers at them first. And that's going to be 9 automatic hits. So he has played Grot shields. These are a 9. I need force to wound. So we've got 4 wounds so far. So go ahead then, sir. 4 saves. I don't know what your save is on those guys.
On the flash kits?
Yeah. So it's a 4-up save, which will become a 3-up save. So 2 wounds has gone through. Do they get allocated to grots?
2 up.
They do. So 2 grots get pulverized instead. Right, I did the rest of the shooting off the camera because of grot shields, and pretty much what I should have done is taken out the grots with the rockets before that happened. That was my fault. Grot shields have kicked in. I've literally killed none of the flash gates, and I killed how many? 6 grots?
This turn you killed 4.
Killed 4 grots. So that was terrible. I mean, it's quite high save anyway, so it was risky. So what these rocket launchers are going to do, we're not going to aim for the grots. We're going to aim for the 30 mobber boys. So let's put some heartache into Will as I try and pick up these 18 dice in my hand. Christ. So I've got the 18 dice, I need 4s. So I got, 6 hits out of 18, that's terrible. Needing 4s.
That's not bad.
I got 4 wounds, so it's basic armor save for your lads. Do it down there. 3 of them. And then Pain Boy?
No.
Oh, so lose 3 of these boys.
Oh, 3.
So, not doing very well, if I'm completely honest. Shooting wise anyway, so we're going to go into combat. Let's see what happens. So miraculously, these guys trying to command point use Grandsire Gifts to charge in. They got a 10-inch charge move into the grots, and these, the adherents, got a 12-inch charge move from down there, barreled into the flash gates. So I'm going to start with these folks here. We've got 6 normal guys, so that's going to be 12 attacks with the Rending Claws, which will be in white, and then the blades will be in the Mechanicus colours. Needing 3s. Right, I didn't do very well. I only got that many hits. Needing 3s, but I do need 3s again because it's Twisted Helix. So, I got 2 6s, which doesn't actually matter because even the -1 from the normal ones means he hasn't got any sort of thing. So he's got 2 normal armour saves to begin with. So So 1 save, 1 goes through. So that would mean he's got 6 wounds to save with his pain boy, because he is still within 3 inches of him. Due to daisy chaining. So any 6s he ignores. No.
6
so they actually lose 6 guys. Right, so I've done the bone sword and lash whips. So far 8 of these boys are going down. Here comes the heavy rock saw. Heavy rock. Hang on. No minus on the heavy rock saw. So all of them have hit. This needs 2s to kill. Right, so 3 of them, and this is where it gets complicated. So each one is 2 damage. So you need to do 2. Actually, no, just roll 3 feel no pains together. And on that 6, roll another 1. So if you get another 6, he's alive. No, so that's another 3 gone. So that's 8. So that'll be 11 boys dead. So the Genestealers are going to go next. They've got 4 attacks apiece. I've got 16 that are within fighting range. So I'm just going to do this off camera and we'll show you the haphazard nature of it next. Genestealers have piled in. So they actually have piled into the shooter boys, who's going to have a chance to try and avenge some fallen grots. Hopefully. And then these lads here, I'm going to be fighting first. So I'm going to go with the heavy improvised weapon because there's 2 ammo runts in there. And he could stop me from hitting with that. I'll take them off first. So, oh, that's only 1 failure. Needing, it'll be 2s. Yeah. Oh no, is it times 2 or is it plus 2? Heavy improvised weapon is times 2.
That's it.
So. And you are still within 3 inches of the pain boy, so this is going to be interesting. So, I hit the unit. The unit has a save of 4 up. Minus 1 makes it a save of 5 up. So you've got 4 wounds to save at 5 up to begin with. So 1 save, so 3 goes through. So, just give me a sec. The first one will hit an ammo runt. So do your pain boy. 2 dice because it's 2 damage. So he dies. I'm guessing the second one is another ammo runt. Again, 2 dice for the pain boy. So he dies. And then the third one will go on to one of your boys. Now these are 2 wounds apiece, aren't they? Yes. So if you save at least 1 of these, yeah, if you save 1 of these, then you've saved the boy.
So further 2 more dice.
Further 2 more dice to roll. No, so 1 of those dies. Right, now the power hammers. They need 4s to hit. So this is either going to go really well or really badly. It's gone really well.
Ooh.
They're going to need 2s to wound. That's 6. So we'll do this off camera because this is going to be a lot of dice. So devastatingly, another 6 lads have actually gone down to the power hammers of the adamants. They've smashed through that ruin and knocked doors on people, destroyed. They know these mine shaft workings. Now the lads are fighting back. It's time for retribution. So these guys are going to go in. They've got 2 lads and a captain. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 attacks.
Hitting on 3s.
Yep, hitting on 3s. It's a good solid amount of hits there. It's a shame you're not goths. You've got a couple of extra. Yep, 3's a hit, mate. Yep. And you need 3s to wound because you are strength 5. Oh. Right. 3 saves of 5 up. None. So that's 3 wounds that's gone through. And then it's feel no pain. And I've forgotten what it is. So I'll just roll it and then we'll consult. So these boys are attacking back first. Some of them have managed to consolidate into the Genestealers. So we're going to be doing that in a minute. But we've got about 20 normal boys plus a kill saw into these guys. Will's dropping dice. He's got them all loaded.
Yep. So red dice, the kill saw.
Yep. Oh. So any 4s on the red is a hit. Any 3s on the rest is a hit. And then it's 3s and 2s. So 2 are dead from the kill, so we'll count up the casualties from the normal lads.
Enough to make a dent.
8 wounds on these guys, needing 5. I think it's enough to make a very big dent, sir. I got 2 saves, so that'll be 6. Plus the 2 from your kill, so that will be 8. I don't know how many of these is left. Oh, that's left them pretty much down there. Only 1 left. 9 attacks against the Steelers now. Needing 3s, that's all hit.
Oh.
You do need 4s to wound the Steelers. Roll dice is a 1. No, it's 4. Roll it. There we are. 3. Right. Okay. So that's complete reverse of what happened just previously. Steelers are 5 up in one. 2 go down. So the flash kits now, not flash kits. The shooter boys are going to go into the Steelers. Needing 3s. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then needing 4s. 5. That is a pretty good showing, sir. Let's get 5 dice together. Well, I saved 2, so I'll lose another 3. So I've lost 5 Genestealers there. I've lost a crap load down here. He's lost a crap load of Orks, and we've got rid of his grots completely. Absolutely devastated the flash gates. But he's still got plenty of units to be able to come back on. It's the morale that's going to actually take a massive effect on this. So, I'll go first with the Steelers. Pure Strains are leadership 9. I lost 5. So, yeah, I am safe. They are good. Now, these boys here, how many's left? Right, so we've got 16 boys left. He's lost 14 boys. So, technically, he still could fail a morale check. Will's like, look, face there, look. Oh my God! He's lost morale. Right, so, 1 boy runs off. Regardless, he loses 1. And then he rolls 15 dice. And any ones, oh, hang on. Is it below our strength or at our strength? We'll check. Right, so we've checked, it's below half strength. So, any ones is guys running off.
There's a few ones in there.
There is. Not a lot of these lads want to take on. There's 5 more boys decide we ain't taking on no Genestealers.
Yes.
So these 2 units now have to take morale. I have lost 1. My leadership is 7. So even if I rolled a 6, I'm passing regardless. Now, Will lost 2 grots, which he doesn't count, because they're ammo runs, so they don't count towards his morale, but he did lose 7 boys out of his squad. So I don't know what your leadership is. Right, so his leadership is 6, so he's going to need a 1 to pass. No. So one of them runs off, and he rolls a d6 for the other 2, and on a 1 or 2, they're going to run off. Oh, devastating. Absolutely devastating. The flash kits have had enough. They're like, nah, sorry, pal. Sorry, pal. We're buggering off us. We are gone.
Bad morale.
Didn't expect thunderhammers to the face. Bad round for the Orks, if I'm completely honest. This is turn 2. Let's see what Will can do in his phase. So after looking at the situation, it's crunch time for Will. He's moved these lads over the rock. I'm just going to ignore these guys for now because, of course, it's nothing to do with an objective. We're going to try and do some scorchy death and possible shooty shoot, and then try and get a good charge onto there. He's broken away from that guy and those squads to get onto this objective. With this squad, he is Blood Axe, so he is able to basically fall back and still either shoot or charge, which he's going to take his shooting effect. The shooter boys have also fallen back, and the pain boy has run through a gap in the guys to be able to get around here and still fire with his pistol. First thing he's going to do is extra stick bombs. So these lads here, and they're now going to throw to here. Now, I have a squad of 15 left. They are blast weapons. They score a maximum 6 attacks. There's 10 of them. So that's 60 attacks against the Genestealers. Let's we'll roll them off camera and we'll show you what happens. So we've done the first 30. We managed to kill 3 Genestealers. Next lot coming in. Needing 5s and 6s. Any 6s a reroll. Oh, that's a lot better. So this many hits. Let's see how many wounds we've got here. Ooh. That's actually alright, because I'm on a 5-up save. So if this were against Space Marines, maybe not, but against the Cult, 5 hits is pretty good. 5 wounds is pretty good. 5 dice needing to save. Wow. Oh! 3 of them. Every time I turn on the camera, so I lose another 2. Update, I forgot to roll the morale on that guy there, so he actually has run off. So, right, so we're still, Genestealer's been chopped down now. We've got some more shooting, we've got a little pistol here, we've got those guys here, we've got some scorchers and shooters here. So what's next then, sir?
Pistol into
yep.
their horrible lot.
I don't even know what pistol it is.
Miss.
That's a miss. And then what else would you like to do?
Shooter lads and big shooter into...
Okay. So shooter boys are opening fire, but squad leader the knob, he's firing the flamer plus the big shooter into these lads here. So these guys are going to fire into the adherents. So the flamer, 1. No command points. So roll to hit with the other 2 weapons first, though, before you roll to wound, mate. Yeah. No, you've already hit with the flamer.
Oh, cool.
Ah, no. Right. So the flamer hits. Because it's a scorcher, it needs freeze, and it fails, unfortunately. This lot here is the shooters and the big shooter against the adherents. Now, it needs 5s and 6s, but the adherents is going to need a 3 on the red and a 4 on the other dice. And any 6s are going to be extra shots. Oh, that's not that cracking. Big shooter's not hit. We've got 3, 4, we've got 7 extra shots with the,
No, we haven't.
Need 4s. 4. Plenty of 6s there, though.
Hit and miss these dice.
So, I need 4s to save, because I'm in cover. And then I need 5s and 6s to ignore wounds. So 2's gone through. And 1 wound ignored, but we do have 1 that's on 1 wound. And he perishes. So I'm down to 3 models left in the adherents. Right, so the mega knobs, they're going to go against these guys here. Now, Will doesn't want to kill them all, but he is going to need to kill some. So, Scorchers are going in first. 4d6 auto hits. It's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 automatic hits with the Scorchers. Freeze to wound. I thought that was going to be really good. Oh, man. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 saves on these guys with a -1 +1 for cover. So, needing 4s. Ooh, that's 3 saves. That is going to 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 6. Dead. Then we've got some shooters to come in. 8 shooters. Needing 6s. Yep, we've got 1 hit. Explodes into an extra shot. Doesn't hit. And that needs 3s as well. Yep, and then this needs 4s as well. Yep, so that's a save. So effectively that's 6 down. So, ladies and gents, we're coming to a crunch time. At the moment, I'm not really off any objectives, but he needs to try and kill these adherents. So he's going to charge with his pain boy. He's also going to charge these guys into these. Let's bring you back into some action. So the pain boy's got a power claw. He is going to be going against this unit with the earthy syringe as well. The red is for the earthy syringe. Let's see if he can do some damage. Oh. Will's frustrated. You can see it on his face there. He's loving it. You're loving it, ain't you, Will?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's 1 hit. Now he could kill one of these guys. It wounds Yes, it should do, because your minimum strength is
Minus
4.
3.
I've got no save against this, so it's D3 damage, but it is -1 to V damage to the minimum of 1 because of... So he's got 3. So, 2 feel no pain. And he saves 1, so I take a wound. So now is the turn of the Mega Knobs. Now, just so everyone knows, I have these 2 characters here are within 3 inches of this objective, and they are troops. He's pretty much going to have to kill all of them to be able to get me, or kill enough to cause a massive morale to get me off this piece of terrain. He's killed 6 so far. So hopefully he'll be able to kill some more and get me off. He needs 4s.
That's healthy.
Not bad at all. He's going to need 2s. 4. So I will take those lads off there. So I'm still within 3 inches of his objective. It is going to come down to the morale phase. So I did my attacks back. I managed to just smush the pain boy. I think that was inevitable, really. And then these guys here, they have, yeah, I've managed to do 2 wounds to one of the guys with the power pick, which is pretty good. So morale. Now these have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So unless I roll a 1, they're breaking. I didn't roll a 1, they're breaking. We'll come back to that in a minute. These guys have lost 7. So 7, 8, 9. They've passed. So the Genestealers are fine. It's this lot that isn't. Right. So I've lost my guy.
For the game.
Here we go. Oh. They just, yeah. I'll take him off. Oh, sorry. Yep. This all has a paddy and goes, no, god damn it. So, right, let's just work this out. Right, we're into turn 3. I've fallen back with those guys, played a command point to cope reinforcements and managed to roll a 1. So I've got 1 guy left. These guys have fallen back. They're still on the objective in Will's deployment zone, so that's hopefully still going to be a good 10. I scored another 30 points this turn, so that makes it 40-0 currently, VP-wise. The Genestealers have gone off the hill. They're going to look at wiping these guys out to try and take them off that objective. And then you've still got these guys on this objective here. So the infantry down this side has moved round. And it's going to try and knock off a couple of those guys. And then the rocket launchers, they should have a variety of targets. Right. I'll be honest, it's only going to be the heavy weapons that have the chance to shoot. So, if I just get 9 dice, these guys against these guys, they have moves, so I'm going to need 5s. That's a good series of 5s. I'm going to need 3s. Oh, wow.
Very good.
That's 6. So, don't speed roll it because you've got 2 guys in cover and 2 guys not. So, the one that's wounded is in cover, so he has to go first. So, that's going to be a 2-up. Saved it. Next one. So you got 3, yeah, 6 wounds wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2nd wound, 3rd wound.
These are 4 up now, aren't they?
No, still on that guy. That's 4th wound. Yeah. Right. So that goes through. So that will take him out. Meaning that how many wounds is left? Is it 2? Is it 2 dice in your hand?
Yes.
Yeah, so 2 wounds, you might as well do both on him for 2-up. There you go, so it saved it all. So, I only managed to get rid of 1 orc due to the 2-up save for being in cover there. So, it's whether or not to fire on them, or whether to fire on these guys here, D3 of them.
Is that you?
Don't think I'm going to get them off that, so I think it might be better to fire on them.
Oh, actually.
Right, these guys then. They're going to actually open fire on them over there. So they are touching the base ruin, so it's going to be -1 to hit, but it's going to fire frag. So 3d6, minimum of 3, didn't need it, that's 14 shots. 14 shots. Hitting 5s, that's not good. I only got 3.
Shooting, thankfully.
Only got 3. Needing 4s. Only 2 wounds, sir, and you get a +1 to your saving throw, so you're on 5s.
Save one.
Ah, so 1 goes down. That was very anticlimactic. Right, I've only really got 1 unit that I want to charge in, so I'm going to do it. So the reason I managed to charge in, it's 40 attacks, so I've still got 10 left. Right, and they've just effectively wiped out the Orks. I got about 13 wounds, and there was only 11 wounds left in the squad. So Will's going to take his 3rd turn, and then we're going to see what the situation is. Look at that concerned face, yes. We're going to see what the situation is when we come back. Right, the Orks, very little movement. These guys have moved forward. They're going to try and engage the Genestealers, and these guys have come off the objective. Will scored his 10 VP, so now it's 40 to 10. He got his 1 command point back, so he does have a command point in the bag, so he could use some grenades if he wanted to. But it didn't really go as well as what he thought last time, did it? But I suppose Daka might work.
It'll work over there, not here then.
No problem. So he's doing the flamers and the shooters into this unit. So Scorchers first. Oh. So that's 4 auto hits. Are you wanting to command point or?
Well, I'd only get to reroll 1 of them, so it's not worthwhile.
No problem. Scored 3 wounds though. So -1 +1, so I'm on 5s.
Oh.
2 go down. And then you've got your,
6.
Needing 6s. Sorry about that there. So he needed 6s to hit. So he got 1 hit, needs 3s to wound. It has wounded though. Forced to save. Ah, saved. So lost 2. So that still goes on to his tally though. So the Scorcher plus the shooter from the boss, his combi is firing both, are going to go into those there. The big shooter is going to try and finish off these 2 little lads down here, and then the rest of the shooters into the Genestealer. So which one first, sir?
Go with combi Scorcher again.
Go on then. That's 5 hits. It's a lot better for you, that, sir. Needing 3s because it's strength 5. 3 wounds. 2 down so far. And then the shooter needing 6s. None. No. And then the big shooter against the other guys.
It's an assault 3, isn't it?
It is. 1 hit. Doesn't wound. And then how many is ever's left for shooting? So 14 shots on the shooters coming in. 5s and 6s. There's quite a few there. So 4 6s means an extra 4 shots. No, unfortunately no hits. And then you need 4s, sir. Oh, 1. It does take a Genestealer out now, so at the moment that's 3 of them down. Not a lot happening, so the Orks fired, killed a few, they fired and killed a few. The Meganobs are now deciding to charge into the Adherents. Now this is quite an important charge. It's a 4-inch, minus the 2 for the creators. It's a 6-inch charge, and he needs to get in there to get everybody in. He's done it in 11, almighty 11. And then let's come into some fights. So down here, charging wise, Will's come trundling. He got a really good charge down the hill, and then uses 3-inch consolidation to move closer to that objective to deny it to the Genestealers. So even if I give him a good beating back, he's probably going to take that objective from me. So he's going to attack with those guys now, because we're going to leave the other.
Red dice being a noble.
Oh yeah, red being a noble. Go ahead.
Moving claws on the red.
You need 3s.
Oh,
I don't think you've rolled enough for your boys there, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You need another 8 dice. I get 2 attacks apiece. boys. That's a saving grace there. Oh, look at that, you see. There's all your hits.
I just think the other
You
batch.
need freeze, don't you? Yeah. It's a good job. That's 3 hits. Oh no, he's got a saw. Sorry, apologies. Yeah. He's got a saw. So 2 wounds with the saw. And that 3 is not a wound either. So 2, 4, 6, 7. The Genestealers, 5 up in one. Oh no, I only saved 1. So this is one of the main shows. So he is using hit them harder because of course of the -1. And he's now got 3 guys left, 4 attacks each, needing 4s. He's then going to need 2s to 3 guys left. Is it 3 attacks or 4 attacks?
I thought it was just 3, mate.
Oh.
3 attacks.
3 attacks, apologies. 3 attacks apiece. So that's 9 attacks, needing 4s to hit. He then needs 2s to wound, but it's the damage that's going to actually take effect. So here we go.
Wow!
That's a good roll. That is a good roll. Only a toughness of 4.
Needing 2s.
Yeah. Right. So, and the best way of doing this is rolling a bunch of D3s then, sir. So we'll ignore the +1 that his stratagem's given him because of the ability of the adherents. The adherents ability, 7 dice. The adherents ability is changing dice because it doesn't trust them. The adherents ability minuses 1 damage.
All 6s, come on.
Alright, okay, so at the moment we've got 1, 2. So we've got, no, because that's because he's a D3. So all of them are 1s. So you've got 5 1s and then 3. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I'm guessing you're allocating the 1s first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first 2 goes against one of the lads, one of my guys.
Injured in there.
Yes, there is. So the first 1 goes against him. He saves. He saves. So that's 2 saves so far. So you've got another 3 1s to go. So the next one, Jesus Christ, also saves.
On fire.
No, so
1 down.
So that's 4 saves so far. That's 4, so there's another dice over here, mate. So he finally goes down.
He really didn't want to give up.
He did not. Oh. Now, we've got another 1, which I don't save. So he's now on 1 wound left. And then there's a bunch of 3s. So that one's gone. And then there's that one. Oh, no. So he dies. And then I need 2 of these to be 5 up. And if 2 of these are 5 up, he will be alive. Nope, gone down. He has taken care of the adherents, meaning I no longer hold that objective. Right, now it's morale. Now there's 9 of them that's been killed. Oh my god, I rolled a 1. He's still alive. Cult's still alive. The Genestealers are still in this. These guys have got 2 dead. 4. So they're also still in the game. I've still got, not these adherents, but I've still got both of the heavy weapon teams are still in this. But those mega knobs are pretty much kind of going to be sat there and stopping me from claiming that objective. But they are not troop choices. So I could be cheeky and move forward. But if I do, it would stop him from owning that objective, but he's already going to own that objective. We'll see what's going to happen. We're going to have to go into turn 4. Right, so surprisingly, these guys here have advanced and they got a mighty 5. So they didn't suffer any mortal wounds and managed to hurtle themselves up the board to take this objective. Sure-footed they are. I've broken the Genestealer away from the rest of the mob, hoping that he'll survive. And then these guys move forward. We've pulled this piece of terrain off. I am within 3 of the objective down there. So I'm stopping because I'm a troops choice. I'm stopping Will from being able to claim that objective. I then spent a command point for cult reinforcements and got D6 of them back, got 3. So both seismic cannons have returned. And then I'm going to pour fire into these guys. So the short waves of them is heavy 6 apiece. They're going to open fire now into the Orks, needing 5s because they're classed as moving. It's a very healthy amount of hits, is that? Needing 5s to wound. Now, any 6s are -4. So I got 1 -4 save. So that's going to be 1 Ork dead. And the other one is a 5, meaning that you're going to get your t-shirt save +1 for cover because of Blood Axe. No. He doesn't, so he does lose 2. So he's lost 2. So hopefully a crap morale roll might change the game on that one. Then the rockets. Let's see what they can see. So I've had a look using the camera as a telescope down here. And they cannot see these guys here. So if I... Where's my camera? If I just... I can only see the weapon end, and to me, that means you can't see him. That changes the game. That means I cannot take that objective from you. The Genestealer fell back, so he can't do anything. So I am pretty much at a loss at the end of my turn 4. Let's go into Ork's turn 4.
I'm gonna claim and shoot them.
So Will's moved, he's manoeuvred these not into the terrain piece, he's manoeuvred them so they can actually see through and get to these guys. After my tactical mistake of not being able to see him because of the terrain, this terrain is surprisingly bigger than what you actually think it is when you actually get down to proper level height. These have tried to move their pitiful 4-inch move forward. One can see these guys. So basically Will's going to start his shooting phase by trying to scorcher these, because otherwise they're on that objective. They're on this objective, which this objective is effectively worth 10 points for holding an objective, an extra 10 points for holding the objective in your opponent's deployment zone. So he needs to kind of get rid of them. He's only got 1 weapon to do so. So what are you firing first, sir? The Scorcher?
The Scorcher.
D6 automatic hits. He's got 4. There's 5 models in that squad. Do you want to re-roll or not?
No, because I've also got my shooter to come.
Okay, so 4 hits, needing 3s. You got 2 wounds, needing 5s to save. Oh. Save them both. Save them both. 2 shots from the shooter, needing 5s. Nothing. Are we going to go to these guys?
Yeah, sure.
So the Scorcher is in range as well. That's got 5 hits. That's kind of what you needed on the other one.
I needed that now, really.
Needing 3s to wound. 3 wounds.
Wow.
Heavy weapon team. Needing 5s to save. So 1 heavy weapon team is gone. And then he's got his big shooter and everything else to fire.
So we shooter off of...
Big shooter. 3 shots. 1 hit, 6, get to reroll 1. 2 hits with a big shooter, need 3s. 2 wounds.
Sorry.
1 wound, 1 save. So let's put one of these onto 1. You've got your shooter from your Scorcher, which needs 6s to hit. 2 shots. No hits. And then there's the remainder with their shooters. So 5 boys left, 10 shots coming in. Needing 5s and 6s, so an extra 6 there, an extra shot. 2 hits. 2 wounds, because it's strength 4 compared to toughness 3. Saved 1, failed 1, so that's another one of these gone. Morale could be a thing for these guys here. 1 heavy weapon team is left. Right, so the Orks have come in and have just effectively decimated that particular squad. Now, it's going to be going on to the turn 5. These failed to get in down here, but there is a morale test to do. And there's only 1 model in the squad. And you know what's going to happen. They're going to run off. So because they've run off, that now means that in my turn, I only score 10 points. Oh dear. Right, we've just had a look. This is coming into turn 5. It's not really going to be turn 5. We've just had a look. I've scored 10 points, taking me up to 60 VPs. Now, Will, at the end of his turn, because that's what you do in turn 5 for the person that goes second, I think it's the end of the movement phase, or it might even be the end of a turn. But the maximum he can score is 30, which would take him, he's on 20, it would take him to 50, meaning that I would still win the game by 10 points. So we are going to call it there. But thank you very much for watching that effective 4 foot by 4 foot bloodbath. It has been an incredibly bloody game. It's been great. It's been good. We're going to go away now and try and do some Crusade forces, aren't we, sir? Yeah.
That's
try and
it,
figure
yes.
it out. Try and figure it out.
Wow.
See whether or not it's worth keeping anything.
Yeah,
If you want to, it was, and basically it was a. I keep saying basically on my videos all the time, and I shouldn't really say that. So if you found out how many times I said basically in the video, just mark it up and put it in the comments below. Because I'm terrible when I don't do it. I don't do it in real life language. I only do it when I'm recording something. I have no idea why. So thank you very much for watching that bloodbath. It's 1 victory to Will, 1 victory to me so far, which is really good. We've got another 2 games to go before we do a special scenario, which might be a large battle. You don't know, since we're going to have a go at some of the zone apocalypse style rules. Right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Victory to the Genestealers. We'll see you next time.